Hey everybody, my name's Hannah, intuitive healer and life purpose mentor from Reality Awareness. If this is your first time to my live stream, please comment below and let me know and say hi. And I just want to say that I'm starting to come back. I know I've been quiet this past few weeks. Been going through a lot, but I'm starting to come back. So I'm almost ready to fully come in and be more present on my posts and on my live streams and how I was normally. Hey Chanel, hey Melanie, say hi when you're here, and yeah, if it's your first time, let me know and let me know where you're from in the world. I feel like half my head's cut off, but I think that it's just this iPhone 10 thing. So let me just have a look at here. Thanks, Melanie. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to I don't know, just today feel like just the last little bits come off. Dorothea, hi. Hi, Serene. Lovely to have you guys here. I got the intuitive message to come live, so here I am. I'm just going to share this. So I'm looking at my computer screen, talking to you at the same time. So let me just share this. I am going to do psychic readings. Yes. Hey, Tabby. Hey, Kelly. Hi, Diane. Now, I'm going to do psychic readings, but I'm not going to get to everybody. But let me know how I'm going to work this, because I said ages ago that I wasn't going to do any more like free psychic readings. Hang on, I've forgotten how to share it. I haven't done it for so long, and Christine's been sharing it for me. So I'm just trying to remember what I'm doing. And I'm nervous about coming on live from Marathon, Ontario, Canada. Hey Princess. Hey Katrina. It was so lovely to connect with you today. Okay. All right, let me concentrate into this and I'll be right there. And we got the dogs barking. That's not my dog. It's so funny because the next door neighbor got a dog, and I'm wanting to move to property, so I can't hear my neighbors right there. But my neighbor got a puppy recently, and because it's a puppy and I've got a Chihuahua as well as a German Shepherd, I thought my dog was barking for periods of time, and I'd be like, Richie, shut up, telling him to be quiet. And then my daughter would come in. She's like, but Woochie's inside. And I'm like, oh shit, it's the neighbor's dog. Anyway, I think she caught that after a while, and she was because all yelling out the window. Whoops. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to get to everybody. And I, did say a while ago, as I said, oh, hang on, let me finish this. Why do I do this? Let me finish. Okay, concentrating for a second. Okay. Done. Yeah, the dogs are all there. So yeah, what was I gonna say? Okay, so how am I gonna do these psychic readings? Because I used to write a list and make sure I cover everyone off, but then I'm on live stream for 3 hours or something, and I'm exhausted by the end of it. So when I got the intuitive message to come live and do readings today, I was like, but I'm not writing a list. And I just got the message that I will just scroll through and just intuitively choose somebody. And go from there. So if you are watching the replay, you can either just listen to the whole thing, because there will be messages for you, and just like everybody who's on here, if I pull a card for you and or if I don't get to you, know that there is a message in what I'm sharing as well. The other part of that is if I pull a card for you, you have to be live. So when I scroll through, I'll just make sure that you're still live before I pull a card. And I really wanted to talk about this little thing I'm just going to share quickly before I jump into the readings. Hey Beck, 2:45 a.m. should be sleeping. Do you know when the universe really has your back, right? So we've all heard of Gabrielle Bernstein's The Universe Has Your Back. It's an awesome thing. The universe really does have your back. But I wanted to share, I guess, this realization that I've had around literally when does the universe really have your back? Like, can you guys give me like a bit of like, I want some feedback on this, like, right? Hey, Shane. Hey, Jenny. Hey, Greg. Yeah, awesome. So I'll scroll through and intuitively pick people for cards. So if you do want a card, just let me know. I'm just going to intuitively pick cards, but I just want to go over this little message first. Like, when does the universe really have your back? Like, the universe has got your back. When does the universe really have your back, right? Because some people are like, you know, oh, it's like the pup next door. My German Shepherd's got a headlight under the fence and the pup next door is barking at her. Hey, Raymond, like, when does the universe really have your back? Because we all know the universe has got our back, but when does it really have your back? Like, I've noticed a significant difference about this. And even, I think somebody was saying to me, I don't know, a couple of days ago or something, I was talking to somebody and I was like, they were going through a really hard time. And they're like, it was saying something like, not the universe is always against me. It's just like, it's always hard and it's always this and it's always that. And just really wanted to like, hey, Jenny, sure, Shane, just wanted to like tap into this, right? Hey, Kirsten. Hey, Connor. So nobody's got any suggestions? What I have noticed, right? We're just probably going to have to put up with the dog barking. It's starting to annoy me, but anyway. When the universe really has your back, yeah? The universe really has your back. Hey, Amanda. When you listen to your intuition, that's when the universe really has your back, yeah? So we can be like, you know, trying all these things and manifesting and everything like that. But if we're not, it's like a twofold thing, right? It's like ask and it's given, right? We need to like ask, but then we need to be in the right vibrational alignment to be able to receive it. Yeah. And it's like the universe has your back when you're listening to your intuition and you're following your intuition. So something that I've noticed recently for myself, when you surrender to listening to your intuition and following that, because it's like, you know, we're asking for these things and we want support and we want help and we want all these things, right? Yeah, you're about to say that. And it's like, but so we're asking and we're like, we want this, we want this, and we want this. So we're getting, and so the universe is going, okay, we need to take this action. So the intuition's coming in. But if you're not listening to intuition, taking action on that, the universe is like, well, I'm trying to help you, but like, you're not listening, so like, I just can't help you. You gotta stay in this rut. You gotta like do that, right? Yeah, intuition, believe in yourself, like the law of attraction. Yeah, and the law of attraction, it all works, but we must come into vibrational alignment, meaning we must listen to the intuition that we're receiving from our higher self, from the universe, from whatever you want to call it, right? Like, we must be in that vibrational alignment, but we won't be in that vibrational alignment if we're not listening to our intuition. So we can like work on whatever we're working on and like, you know, call in whatever we want to call in and ask for help. And we can receive that help. But if we don't then act on that help, if we don't follow our intuition, if we don't make the changes, if we don't do that, we are going to stay in that. It's like a, what do you call it? A stuck point, if you may. It's a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a point. It's a, you know, like we can keep moving forward, but if you're not listening, you're going to be at that point, that level. It's not level. I can't think of the word that I'm trying to feel into, right? Anyway, I needed to share that message for some reason. Yeah, stuck in the rut. Like it's just, you're at that point. I can't think what the senses I'm trying to pick up. But anyway, I can see and feel it. And there's a word that was just there and it disappeared. So it'll come back. Yeah, I love it. I love it. We all get it. Yay! We all get it. The question is, do we all do it? All right? Took me a little bit. All right. So to scroll through, to pull cards, been listening to intuition in your heart. Yeah, I haven't went back or actually felt like I must. Oh, why does it do that? It's so annoying it does that. I'll just let that load. Oh no, battery's gonna run out. Plug it in. Plug it in. I haven't went back or actually felt like I must in the past. I'm trying to trust. Yes, I know what you're saying. I don't listen at times, such getting on the treadmill. Yeah, and the thing is, like, you know, like, we can be okay, you know, like, sometimes it takes us to get to a real low point before we will actually take action on it. And that kind of, what's the word? That kind of space is different for everyone. Tolerance level, if you may, is different for everybody until they're willing to take action on something. So yeah, it just depends, you know, where somebody's tolerance level is, where somebody's self-worth is, where somebody's standards are, where somebody's values are, where somebody's clear in their values, where somebody, you know, like trusts in a higher power or is actually doing internal work. When you hit a wall or a ceiling, you can't get any higher. Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah, exactly. Is that sort of it's not tipping point either. It's like all of that. Yeah, it is that, right? We will just stay at that level because usually there will be, you know, changes that you need to make, but you're just not willing to make them for whatever way, shape or form. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to start reading some cards for people. And so Princess says, yes, you hit rock bottom before seeing things different, then come back up. Change happens for better things to come. Yeah, and that's the thing. I was just talking with a client today, you know, like it is a choice as well, you know, like we can stay in the dark or we can choose the light. And it is, you know, once we go through that darkness, like, you know, it's like we can go through a period of darkness, and you know, when we keep going down and down and down and down and down, eventually that darkness will come back up to the light. Do you know what I mean? Like we get so far down through the whole through like how far do you want to go? Eventually it comes back to the light. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you hit a plateau. Yeah, there's only a certain level that you can get to until you are willing to take action on that. Okay. Hey Jess, all right, so how I'm going to do this is I'm going to intuitively just scroll through and choose who wants reading. So Connor says, why do you think it has your back in certain times when you do the complete opposite of what you know you need to or should be doing, such as saving a life that should have been gone if multiple factors had not aligned? See, I guess that what's coming to mind when I read that from you, Connor, is like when you said, has your back in certain times that you do the complete opposite of what you know you need to be doing, as such as saving a life. Like, how do you know what you need to be doing? Is the question that comes through for that, right? It's not to answer, it's just to kind of ponder. Like, you know, like what, you know, like how do you know what you're meant to be? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if we're connected to universal cosmos, to spirit, soul, whatever you want to call it, ultimately, how do you know that you weren't supposed to be there? Do you know what I mean? Like our conscious mind, and we're like, well, actually, I should have been doing that thing. I actually shouldn't have been in that space, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, your soul obviously was meant to be there. Do you know what I mean? In that like biggest kind of space is the message that came through in that. It's almost like a situation I just went through. I'm like, I didn't choose that. Like, I didn't do, no, like, do you know what I mean? But my soul's like, yes. Like, do you know what I mean? Hey, Nicole. First time here. Welcome. So I was led to spirit after having a hernia repair done in 2016. I've been left with neurotic pain, long-term chronic pain due to mesh being defective. Yeah, sounds friggin' huge. Hey, Kirsten, I do believe in spirit guides. Yes, they do. As an extension of us. Okay, so I am seeing the people who are ready for cards. If you comment 10 times with the same thing, I won't read you either. I see comments. I see everyone's comments on here. Commenting more of the same won't get you a reading. I'm just going to say that now. Okay. Yeah, I'm trusting that you've been receiving like support with that, Shane. Counseling and what have you, because that's really big. Okay, so I've pulled a card, and so the first person that I'm scrolling through going to pull a card for is Kirsten. Is she here? Because I need to check if you guys are still on live stream. Oh yes, Kirsten's still here. Yes, you are. I just thought I scrolled all the way back up then. So I just said you saw you'll take a card. Because it's so interesting, right? Because I pulled this card ages ago and it's been sitting here and I'm like, I've got to pull a card, I've got to pull a card. Let me turn this around because of the question you just asked as well, Kirsten. And then I'm like scrolling through going, who's this card for? The card that I actually pulled, you're going to laugh. You watch the replay. Yes, watch the replay. Okay, Kirsten, this is the card that came up for you. The Power Animal card. Your animal spirit guide is a guardian to you and is helping you with this situation. So it's so funny because you're like, do you believe in spirit guides? And I'm like, I do. And I'm like asking you, like, do you believe in spirit guides? Because this is the card that's come to you. This is out of the Angel Therapy deck by Doreen Virtue. So, hey, Laura. Hey, Shani. So I'm really curious if you believe in spirit guides or like what that is for you, yeah? So my throat's like sort of starting to hurt here. It is Kirsten, not Kristen. And even with her light blue dress. And I'm wondering if there's something that you're needing to say, like are you needing to voice something? Are you needing to, like is there something you're holding back? Is there something that you're, you know, like just like, I don't know, like what are you scared to say? What are you scared to talk about? What truth are you scared to live? Like, because our throat is not just like speaking our truth, but it's also about living our truth. So like, is there changes that you're needing to make? Is there something that you're like scared to do? Because this, like the spirit guide meditation, the spirit guide card has come up for you saying that like, hey, you're like, they're trying to get your attention. So I'm wondering if you're like listening as well. And I'm wondering if there's been like, I don't know, like have you been stabbed in the back? Like have you been betrayed? Is there something like in like who's holding your throat back? Do you know what I mean? So because you pulled the animal spirit card, I'm just gonna pull a random thing for you. Oh, the lizard. Let's see what lizard says. So pay close attention to your dreams, especially recurring themes and images by keeping a dream journal and meditating on your dreams, meanings and their messages. So as you, like when you wake up in the morning, you've been trying to invoke your own spirit guides. Yep, awesome. Hey everyone jumping on. Lovely to have you guys here. So with our dreams, like when we can write down our dreams as soon as we wake up, even if we don't make sense of them, we're able to, like it helps us to ground down the information, and over time we do like start to interpret our dreams better. It helps us to like strengthen our third eye muscle as well, because we're grounding down the information through our intuitive senses and being able to, you know, like we're strengthening it because we're remembering it and we're actually grounding it into physical reality. So I'm curious if you've been having like dreams or something, or maybe because when you said you've been trying to invoke your own spirit guides, that's interesting. I'm just trying to think. I don't think I have actually. Oh, sorry. Let me grab this. So it also says this situation calls for quiet and stillness until it's time to make your move. But when you do, you need to so quickly and efficiently. So it's interesting because like I was getting the throat and I'm like, who's stabbing in the back almost. But the lizard also relates to third eye, because in the liquid crystals it relates to sodalite and new vision. So it's almost like it feels like you've had like a I don't know, a new awakening, a new insight, new information, and it just feels like you're scared to kind of make the changes or use your voice in a way that you've never done before. Meditate and call upon a deep and ancient part of you asking to be shown a vision of your life path. There we go. Listen to your own intuition over anyone else's, which the throat is very much about, in swallowing your own truth and not somebody else's truth, right? So yes, so that's your card. Do you believe in spirit guides? Yes. Yes, I do. That was so interesting, right? Okay. Let's see who else is, who I'm going to pull a card for. Yes, they can be, Jess, for sure. All right, so Shane. Shane is the next one. Okay, cancel, clear, delete. So use only positive words and thoughts as they're rapidly manifesting into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking. You're so welcome, Kirsten. You've been writing poetry and wanting to be a musician. Yeah, I have many books, but not sure how to come out. Yeah, isn't that interesting? You're writing, like, so like it's also creativity, our throat. So being able to express yourself in the world and living that as well. So Shane, the purple and cancel, clear, delete is the purple. Like, purple's related to our crown chakra, obviously our brain and our thoughts and our thinking and our thought patterns, and really getting the message. And I'm also getting this as a strong message for everyone as well at the moment. The sword is really jumping out at me in this card, and it just feels like a cancel, clear, delete. Like, you have a negative thought, it's kind of like literally like delete on the keyboard, like delete that out. Like, and like with the sword, it's like, you know, cut that negative thinking away, right? I am getting the message to keep your aura clean, because we're picking up a lot of people's thoughts. Like 99.9% of what we think and feel is not ours. 99.9% of what we think and feel is not ours. This is why I'm always harping on about clear energy, blah, blah, blah. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, all the time, like, clear energy field, like, clear energy, like, you know, 99.9% of what we think and feel is not ours. Like, that's a pretty big chunk, right? Why is that? Because we're feeling energy all the time, right? You guys resonate being empaths. You feel to your bones, you feel so much, you don't want to be here anymore, right? And it's like, because we feel so much, right? We feel everything. So what happens is, so like, I don't know, like, it's like the neighbors. Like, I feel my neighbors all the fucking time, right? So it's like the neighbors come in, their energy comes in, and I'll be feeling them, especially if I start hearing them, and then I'm like obviously tuning in, so I'm like feeling them more. And it's like, you know, like the energy like comes in to and hits my energy field, my aura. And if I'm not conscious of that, whatever's going on for them, whatever's going on for my neighbors, comes into my energy field. And if I'm not conscious that I've just felt them, what happens is that because it hits my energy field and I'm not aware of it, my brain goes, ooh, what's that feeling? Ooh, oh, that reminds me of this memory that I'm going to pull out of my memory bank from either this past life or this lifetime, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, and then it'll attach all these memories that we've got stored in our brain into this, and then we'll be making it about us, and it's not even our stuff. And that's when we go freaking crazy and we get exhausted because we're carrying everyone else's stuff in our aura and we're trying to clear it, or we're trying to even like make sense of it, and like we're just going crazy because all these past memories come up, and then we're like, why are we so emotional? And I'm like drained and exhausted and like, oh my God, right? So, yeah, this is why it's like clear energy. Yep, you start to feel upset for no reason, right? You're feeling everyone, yeah? Yep, extreme empath, yep, true that, yep, 100%, yeah? If you guys haven't got my free meditation pack, there's 6 meditations in there. There's a chakra clearing, there's a next level chakra clearing that actually heals and repairs the chakras in between your chakras and the connection to your nervous system and all of that jazz. Yeah, and they're too much overthinking, right? And this is where, you know, going to overdrive and like trying to figure out what we're feeling and like all this stuff. It's like when we can like drop into, like, we stay up here because we don't want to feel. We stay up here because we don't want to feel what's going on, you know, because it's painful or we can't figure it out, or we're just so busy, we're trying to like get through our day, right? And then we try and go to sleep at night and we can't go to sleep at night because we've got all this energy in our stuff. So I'm like always saying, like, if you're in the shower, like clear energy in the shower, you know, like it's quite easy to imagine the water as white light washing over and like clearing everything down your, you know, going down the drain, yeah? Yeah, so there's that meditation pack, there's all that in there. So cancel, clear, delete is like, you know, being very mindful of your thoughts. What you're thinking about, delete is kind of like being mindful, that 99.9% of what you're thinking and feeling is not yours. If you live with people, if you're in close vicinity, if you live in a unit block, if you, you know, even like I said, like my neighbors, you know, like I feel the energy. Like on a weekend, I feel when every single person is home, you know, and when it's like a weekday and everybody's at work, it's like 9 o'clock. I'm like, oh, it's like reprieve, right? Because I work from home, but then my neighbors moved in and they're home all the time too. And I'm like, oh, I need to move. Yeah, try meditations. Don't try them, use them. The internal compass chakra clearing in there, by the way, guys, is like 6 to 7 minutes long. It's something that you can do multitasking, meaning when you're doing the dishes or you're cleaning or brushing your teeth, you can be listening to that, and it doesn't matter, like you don't need to be in lotus pose listening to that meditation. You can just be like literally, you know, like multitasking, right? And if you feel like you're not consciously listening to it, your subconscious is deeply listening to it. So you know, and what's happening is that you're strengthening your energetic field, plus you're clearing your energy. It's just like, you know, brushing your teeth or having a shower. We're not totally conscious all the time, but we're still kind of doing it, right? Even though it's good to be conscious of it. So use a sword, cut away and clear your energy. Be really mindful of your thoughts because power is manifesting right now. Yeah, you're so welcome. Okay. All right, so who's still here? Who is still here? All right, because I just got a card out for somebody. Who is here? Because all my comments are disappearing. Yeah, if you scroll up through the comments, you'll find the meditation pack, or it is on my website as well, but I've just put the link in the comments here. So if you scroll up through the comments, you'll see the link there. All right, Melanie. Melanie, this card is for you. Hey, Amy. Indigo. Indigo. The person you're inquiring about is an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive, natural born leader. You're welcome, Shane. Okay. Yeah, awesome. You guys are still here. Thanks for letting me know. How do we drop out of our thoughts and into our hearts? Good question. So Melanie, I'm getting the message like this is about you, but I'm also sensing and feeling that there's somebody around you. Like, do you have kids or do you have a daughter, or I don't know, there's this female or a daughter in your life that's significant in this. And like the full moon is rising like on this picture. And hey guys, I'm just sensing that there's, okay, so what I am hearing is there's more going on than meets the eye, right? So whatever's happening for you, Melanie, is like there's more going on that meets the eye, like the moon's rising, yeah? So like there's more to be seen. And I'm kind of getting the sense like if you're needing to make a decision about something, like you're kind of like, oh, what do I do about this? I'm like just getting the message like just let it be for now. Let it be. And the purity card is jumping off at me off the wall. I've got my chart on the wall of the liquid crystals of pearl, which actually came through my blog this morning as well. And pearl is about purity. It's about purification. It's the maiden. It's like the younger person. It's the, you know, even if it's your inner maiden, but I'm kind of sensing like, and it's almost like the full moon is like a pearl as well, right? It just feels like there's some kind of clearing going on in your life at the moment. Like there's some sort of, there's some big changes going on, right? And it just feels like there's more information coming. Like, yes, this person is highly sensitive. Yes, this person, but I'm also getting you are highly sensitive and you are a natural born leader. And it's also why you're kind of coming into like headbutting at the moment. Like, you know, like it just feels like it's not in agreement. There's something not in agreement. Third eye, all indigo colors. And it just feels like you're seeing two different realities. And it's almost like, you know, like when we are a natural born leader, we also don't resonate with most of the stuff on the planet because we're not here to fit in. We're here to create something new on the planet, right? So it's also this space of, I just keep getting the message, you know, like there's more than meets the eye, there's more than meets the eye. There we go, third eye again. And it's like, it just feels like it's coming up, like it's you're going to be shown, you're going to be seen, and not to make any decisions just yet. Know that you're extremely sensitive, know that they're extremely sensitive, know that picking up so much energy at the moment from each other. And like usually we feel each other's subconscious stuff and we kind of make it about ourselves. It's kind of exactly what I was saying just before about the cancel, clear, delete, and we're like, feel everybody's stuff. 99% of what we feel is not ours. All of that, right? So an 18-year-old daughter, yes, feels like here on your own. Yeah, let me read these comments. Yep, here on your own. Yes, it just feels like you know, like you're trying to see, like, you know, it's like, I don't know, it's butting up against head is like almost like different realities, right? It's just like, like when we see in our third eye, we're seeing different realities, we're seeing different options, we're seeing all these different parts, yeah? So, and obviously the horse is jumping out, what's a Pegasus, but maybe calling in the horse. And it's interesting because the horse was on the other card as well. What was it? On the power animal card. And the horse is also a Epiphyllite, which is also about astral travel in the liquid crystals. And it's like, and it's all the same sort of thing, you know, like when we're carrying everybody else's stuff in our aura, we can't sleep at night, we were stuck in our heads, we've got a zillion things going on, and we're like, we want to get all things done yesterday, and we can't, and we're drained, and we're like, all this, and we're trying to process everything that's not ours. So even if you do that internal compass chakra clearing meditation daily, like I said, you can be listening to it while you're doing the dishes. It's only 6 to 7 minutes long. It's manageable. You don't have to be sitting in lotus pose, you know what I mean? So it's like, make it work for you. And the more that you do that, the more you're going to strengthen your energetic body, the more you're going to know what your energy is and their energy, and more be able to separate yourself from the immediate kind of like thing, right? But I just feel like over the next few days, you're going to be shown a lot more information, yeah? So, and I'm curious too, like, have you been trying to create a new reality or something? Like, have you been working on changing a situation or something like that? Because I feel like that's almost as well why you're kind of like, I guess, hitting up against, you know, headbutting or like seeing different things. You're just like, oh, like, where do I go from here sort of thing. And it kind of comes back to that main message at the start of the live stream where I was like, you know, saying about like the universe has your back, even more so when you're listening to intuition, because you step into alignment, you step into flow, you step into all of that. Yeah, a business. Yeah, awesome. So yeah, it's just like more information's coming. You know, you are a natural born leader, which is awesome. That's why you're doing that. And yeah, to call on the horse as well, like as a power animal. Do you know what I mean? Like a horse is a big, strong animal. To guide you, to be with you, to give you that strength and that power. The horse is very connected to our solar plexus and our personal power as well, to keep you going as well in that direction. Is the message for you. Okay. I just saw somebody's comment before and they said something about, how do we, is Amanda Stark still here? How do we drop out of our thoughts and into our hearts? Yeah. Yeah, Jess, I'm just going to say straight up, I'm not going to pull a card for you. I said people who just constantly, constantly message, like commenting. I said that ages ago, and I know I've said that to you on live streams before as well. So I'm just going to be honest and say I'm not pulling a card for you. It's just my boundaries there, and I've said it before. So is Amanda Stark still here? Because I'm going to share a link when you said, how do we drop out of our thoughts and into our hearts? So the heart chakra live stream that I did in my reality awareness support group, I've just put the comments in. So it's the link for the heart chakra consciousness. It's a page on my website. There's a PDF that you can download, which is like a book, a workbook that you can work through about heart chakra. And then underneath that, there's a video. It's about 2 hours long. If you've got the time, highly recommend watching the entire thing. You will get so much out of it. If not, if you can watch the first hour, at about 50 minutes in to that video, is a take through like a mini meditation type process, right? And it's literally teaching you how to get out of your head and into your heart, how to feel your feelings without jumping back up into your head all the time, right? Yeah. So it's about 50 minutes in, I start that process, but I do recommend, you know, watching to understand the heart and all of that even more and more. But yeah, about 50 minutes in, there is, I take you through a live process about how to do that. And it's something that is a muscle. It takes practice. You know, like if you think how old you are and how long we've been in our head and how long we've been thinking certain thoughts, it takes a while, you know, like even though people are like, instant manifestation, I'm like, yes, but when we're first starting, I'm like, this shit takes practice, right? We don't just learn to drive a car. We need to take lessons and then we get better and then we drive without even thinking about it, right? So yeah, so I just wanted to share that in there for you as well. Okay. Who's next? Okay. Monique. Is Monique still here? Oh, there's lots of people I want to read cards for. I just like intuitively stopping and saying, yeah, you have to train it. Yes, I just saw you, Amy. And then I just saw Monique where the mouse stopped on Monique. I was like flicking. Is Monique still here? Because I'm not going to pull a card if people are not here. Yeah, you feel like you're hitting roadblocks. So I don't know if Monique's still here. Amy, I just pulled a card for you. I was waiting for Monique. Oh, third eye chakra. Look at all this third eye stuff we've got going on. You're so welcome, Rebecca. What I was just going to say there too. Oh, yeah, Monique's still here. Cool. I'll pull your card, Monique. So this is for Amy. Third eye chakra, relationships, seeing realities, seeing visions, seeing dimensions, but also choosing them and seeing the threads and the webs is what I'm getting. So not just the spider web of the consciousness and who we're connected to here, but also dropping into the dynamics of what's underneath, like the webs that are underneath, yeah? Is the message that I'm getting for you around that, Amy, is like there's something deeper going on. There's something you need to see. Oh, look, it's upside down. Something you're not seeing, something you need to see that is a little bit there at the moment. Yeah, what's underneath? What's underneath it? So I was getting, it's like, what's underneath? What is underneath going on there? Feels that, yeah? Yeah, awesome. I just wanted to say, so, when you said being in your head, oh, and Melissa, like when you said you're wondering if you have any chakras that are blocked. So in my Essentials meditation pack that I just shared the link before, but I'll share it again so it's kind of right there near your comment. There's three meditations in there. There's 6 meditations in there, but there's the internal compass chakra clearing. So that's the 6 to 7 minute one I was talking about. Then there's the next wave ascension healing meditation in there. It's about 50 minutes long. It's a long meditation. It's a good one to put on if you want to go to bed and sleep and you listen to that 50-minute meditation falling asleep. You know how we fall asleep to meditation sometimes. So that's a good one if you want to fall asleep to something, is the next wave healing and ascension meditation. It goes through our chakras, but it goes through them in a very in-depth way. It heals and repairs the connection in between the chakras, and then how it connects to our physical body. Like it's like the next level of chakra clearing. So Melissa, when you're saying you're wondering if you've got any chakras blocked, it's like if you listen to, that internal compass chakra clearing, the 6 to 7 minute one, do it regularly, like every day, while you're brushing your teeth, that sort of thing. And then you've got the next wave ascension and healing meditation. Usually when I say, how do you find out if your chakras are blocked? Well, there's ways you can do it. You can use a pendulum to see if they're blocked. And also what I noticed too, like when you consciously sit and meditate and say listen to the internal compass meditation, like you'll find you can also check what chakras you've got blocked by, like when you're sitting there and like you're listening to the meditation, and it'll kind of go through the chakras, and then all of a sudden it'll get to your ears or it'll get to your throat, and you're kind of like not concentrating on it anymore, and then you'll like catch yourself and you'll be at the heart and you'll be like, oh, like, where was I? Like, do you know what I mean? That gives you a bit of an indication that maybe your ears and your throat are blocked and maybe need to work on these two a bit more, yeah? So, yeah, I just wanted to say that there. Feel like you're hitting roadblocks. So the other question would be, where are you not listening to your intuition? So I'm not sure if you jumped on the start of the live stream or not, but at the start of the live stream, I was literally talking about the universe has your back, and more so if you're listening to your intuition. And if you're not listening to intuition, you do hit up against, you can only get this so far sort of thing, right? You're welcome, Amy. Okay, so Monique. I was waiting for Monique to let me know if she was still here. So Monique, I feel like we need different cards for Monique. So I'm using the mermaid cards. Oh, I'm ready to move. I'm like, I can hear my neighbors. I'm like, Dina, I'm really miserable. Okay, so this is for Monique. Oh, blessed change. Has your world been turned upside down recently, Monique? Because the mermaid's like happy, but she's also upside down. It says a major life change brings you great blessings. And I'm wondering, yeah, if things have been turned upside down, and I'm wondering how you're feeling about it, because I am getting mixed signals about it. It's kind of like, yeah, but yeah, I don't, maybe, right? It's kind of the sense that I'm getting about that for you, Monique. It was Monique, wasn't it? Yes, it was Monique. I'm curious. Tell me more. I need some more information. Okay, because I just looked at the bottom card of the deck for more information too, even though I'm like, tell me more. Tell me what's been going on. Because the worthiness card is on the bottom, so it's kind of like everything's being turned upside down. I'm wondering if that's like the mixed signals are getting like, yeah, oh, I'm not sure, like yes, but because of this. And interesting, the full moon is up there again in the sky, and it is actually very bright. And I'm wondering if there's been like a beacon for you, or a lifesaver almost. Like it feels like something has been a lifesaver for you. Something's come in and you just moved to Australia. Oh, okay. Yep, there's lots of big changes there. Yeah, the world's definitely been turned upside down. Where did you come from? Like you've moved to the bottom of Australia, put it to the bottom of like the world sort of thing. Anyway, maybe that's what it's about. But it is like, it's like something's been a beacon, something's been a lifesaver, something, you know, has kind of like pulled you there and like, you know, moved you there. But just feels like, yeah, there's like, you know, if there's any kind of doubt or anything like that, it is like dropping into worthiness around like, well, actually you do deserve this, and you know, you have been kind of moving forward on it and all of that. Yeah. So if there's any doubts coming up around that, I'd be looking at your worthiness levels and the beacon. Hey Emily, hey Tammy. Oh, okay, this card jumped out. Who am I pulling a card for now? Is Shani still here? So Shani's here. I'm just randomly picking names as well, because I don't usually do psychic readings anymore on live stream, but I got called to today. So while I wait for Shani to see if Shani's still here, is Greg still here as well? And I'm not pulling cards of people who are not online, that's all. Okay, they're not here. Okay, so let me pick. Who else is still here? Tell me, guys. All right, Tammy. I'm gonna pull a card for Tammy then. Oh, Tammy's got the alchemy card. You have the Midas touch right now, and everything you do turns to gold. Everything you touch turns to gold. This alchemy starts here. You're very welcome, Monique. So, like, I don't know I don't think you came on earlier, but this whole live stream we've been talking about picking up other people's thoughts, clearing our energy, being aware that 99.9% of what we think, feel, do is not ours, yeah? And the alchemy comes in from the mindset around really being clear that what we think then creates feelings, then puts that out to the universe, and then brings us into alignment. But also, it's almost like the universe has your back. Alchemy is at its highest point when we are in flow, meaning when we're listening to our intuition and really walking on that path. Yeah, the more we are in alignment, the more everything will turn up. So this is for Tammy, and I'm I'm curious if there's something that you have or haven't been listening to, yeah, like in the intuition, like, do you know what I mean? Like if you're feeling a bit stuck or like, do you know what I mean? Like, is there something that you're not listening to? Yeah, and it's like that alchemy will kick in when you like, do you know what I mean? Like it feels like you're there, but it's like, it's like, and the worthiness card is also coming to mind as well. So it's kind of like, yes, we can. But then it's like you kind of trip yourself up a little bit, and I'm wondering if that's a worthiness thing there too for you. So that's your card for you. Okay, cool. Greg's here. And you've moved into healing work from beauty therapy. Yeah, awesome. Yay, that's exciting. So Greg, I pulled the Father Healing card for you. Your personal power increases as you give any father-related issues to heaven. Big solar plexus, self-worth, dropping in, and I'm wondering if your father is still alive or not. But I'm also getting like generational for you too, like not just your father, but it's like generational karmic clearing stuff, like the grandfathers before you. And I'm actually getting the message of like three grandfathers back. So not just your father, but 3 grandfathers back. So what's that, 4 to 5 generations back? Is where whatever issues going on for you is where that's stemming from. On Sunday evening, I am releasing the Triple Goddess and the Triune God meditation. So just, yeah, like, I don't know. I thought that you had my Triune God meditation. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm getting that generational clearing. The reason I'm bringing that meditation up is because it is like it clears generational karmic patterns and all of that there. So it feels like whatever issue's going on for you, that's where it started at 3, did I say 3 grandfathers back? So that's not just your dad, but 3 grandfathers above him. Obviously your dad's not your grandfather. Okay, Emily. All right, I can't read everyone. I'm going to, I can feel myself starting to fade. I don't know how long I've been on live stream for. Fight or flight, yep. Emily, does it need to be any more clear? Yes, your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. Emily, are you listening? I don't think I need to say any more than that. That's all I need to say to that. That feels really clear. Amanda. So I know what you said about too many comments, but speaking of throat chakra made me think, can spending your life holding your tongue and not being your authentic self lead to thyroid? Definitely, Kelly, 100%. We've got the throat chakra consciousness, so like the heart. There's also the throat chakra consciousness, and there's 2 main live streams on the throat. There's also the throat chakra PDF that you can work through as well, that will help give you that information too, Kelly. So if you wanted to, like, I know that you're in the Reality Awareness support group, and I'm wondering if you ended up watching the throat chakra live stream, so that will definitely help. But it definitely can, like, holding your tongue and not being your authentic self lead to thyroid trouble, 100%. And we stay cut off here, so we're not like voicing our heart's feelings, but we're also not, you know, feeling the depth of who we are. We're not able to drop into our body, so we have like lots of issues from the like throat down. We get stuck in our head, you know, like so many things. So yeah, I highly recommend watching that throat chakra live stream. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more people, I can feel my energy is done. So Greg says, don't know about birth father. I have got a copy of family tree going back that far, so we'll have a look. Yeah, and even just not on the physical, like that's like with the Triune God meditation, like that will do it anyway, energetically, and connecting in with them like that, because whether they, you know, whether you knew birth father or not, like they're not alive anyway either, do you know what I mean? Like it's still passed down through the generational stuff. Thanks, guys. Okay, so I've already pulled this card. Who was this card for? Let me see. This was for Madison. So I'm doing two more. So Madison, self-employment. You are born entrepreneur and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. Look at all these pearls. There's all these pearls in today. Like, I wonder if the liquid crystal day is pearl today. And it is about purity. So Madison, I'm curious if you've been thinking about doing something, or whether you have a business, or you've been thinking about starting something, because it just feels like almost like the yes card was just before. And like saying that, like, it's like, yeah, it's the right thing to do. Can you let me know, Madison, if you do have a business, or whether you are starting a business? Because I feel like I've got more information for you about that if you let me know. And Amanda Starks. Let me see. Hey, all these new people to my page. Lovely to have you here. So this is for Amanda Starks, synchronicity. Your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. Lots of pearls of wisdom. There is. So I'm seeing other people comment. I can't get to everyone. I've been on live stream for a while. So yeah, Amanda. So notice them in order to increase your flow. So when we are, like, again, like if you didn't see the start of our live stream, I shared some pearls of wisdom at the start of this live stream about the most important thing for the universe to have your back in a big way, and the most flowing, supportive way is to trust your intuition and to act on it. Yeah. And when we actually notice these little things, they increase. Yeah. Like whatever we are focusing on. And again, it comes back to this live stream again. It's like mindset. What are we thinking about? What's in our energy field? Are we clear about that? Get it out if it's not in alignment, you know? And it's like, the more we can notice these synchronistic events, the more that we are able to like increase their flow, right? It keeps us connected because it keeps us following the signs as well. Yeah. So I don't think, oh, let me see, because these comments are going all funny here. So Madison says, I've been doing a university degree and I've been second guessing myself. Okay. Don't second guess yourself. I'm wondering if the second guessing, like, you know, is about the university degree. Like, do you feel like, I mean, like, is the university degree going to give you like your own business or something? All right, Melanie, I got it. Like, I guess I'm just curious, you know, if you feel like, I guess if you're second guessing yourself about it, whether you feel like you're doing the right thing. And that's why I'm wondering if the university degree is going to give you like this, like, do you know what I mean? Like, is that what you want to do, sort of thing? Like, do you want your own business? Is that what you're working towards? Oh, it's nursing. Okay. So you've been second guessing yourself. Yeah. So that's interesting, right? Let's see about that. Oh, it's interesting. I don't know if you saw, this was actually on the bottom card of the deck just before when I pulled that card for you, and I just shuffled. I'm like, okay, there's more information for you. This almost feels like a similar message to the lady that I just did a reading for just before, about the more information is coming. I don't know if you were on the live stream when you saw that, about the indigo and the full moon rising, and it feels similar. Wait, yeah? Don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. Now, we've just gone through Venus retrograde. We're in the middle of Mercury retrograde. So there's all these planets kind of like going backwards at the moment, backwards. Like everything's being stirred up. Everything is like being reassessed. We're like confused. We're like, I don't know, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Like, I don't know, moving forward, but we feel like we're going backwards and everything's kind of at a standstill. It's like, what is going on, right? So I would just wait, and I'm getting goosebumps as I say this, like truth bumps, as someone once pointed out on live stream to me before. So just wait. I'm going to say they're pearls, but they're actually bubbles coming up from her. And it's just like, I don't know, just wait. Like, do you know what I mean? Like when we're confused, two things is that we're carrying other people's energy and we're like fused to them. Yeah. Or we need more information. Yeah. So when we're confused, like, do you know what I mean? Like when you know, you know. When you know, like, do you know what I mean? Like when you're clear, you just know, like there's no, you're like, yes, cool, I'm doing this, like, do you know what I mean? So when we're confused, it's kind of like, okay, just wait, right? I need more information. Cool, let's just not figure it out. Yeah, don't make rational decisions. Yeah, it's like, you know, just clear your energy, like take self-care, you know, like look after yourself, like do that. And it's just like, just give it time, like just wait. Yeah, because when you know, you'll know. Right, and you can be asking things too, like in the waiting period, in the confusion, you can be like, obviously make sure you're clearing your energy with the internal compass, like the tools that I've shared in the comments here for you. So make sure you're clearing your energy, your self-care, all of that. And then the other part of that is like, don't make rational decisions. Like you can be asking spirit, you can be asking your intuition, you can be asking, you know, like, what is my next step? What am I supposed to do? You know, like, please show me the way, like, you know, intuition, like, please speak louder so I can hear you, you know, like, make sure you're connected, like do meditations and stuff to strengthen your intuition, like all those sorts of things. And even if you don't get a message like straight away, you're asking a question which opens your energy up for answers, rather than going, I don't know, I'm confused, and I don't know, should I go this way or this way? We're kind of like in this closed space, where if we're asking questions of like how, and like, you know, show me the next step, or like they're opening questions. Yeah, so again, we might not get the answer straight away, but we're opening our energy to be able to come into alignment. Yeah, all right. All right, so I'm not going to do any more readings. Is Nita still here though? Because I've just seen your comment there. Nita being attacked on social media. Hubby and I run separate vlogs. So yeah, I'm not going to pull any more cards just because I've been on live stream for a while now. I can feel my energy starting to but I feel like I will be coming back on and doing more intuitive random readings because I haven't done for a while. You're so welcome, Madison. Yeah, so Nita, I guess I actually wrote just a short blog like a couple of days ago on attacking energies and darkness and blah, blah, blah. And I guess like, I'm wondering if you've seen that, because I guess I'm needing more information to like being attacked, like in what sort of way, like did you both get attacked on there? Or I guess because the message that I wrote like in the blog the other day, or just a short post, is there's a lot of people like being attacked by darkness, by dark energies, by people, like obviously people got issues with us or whatever. And there's several different meanings for that, you know, like there's a lot of us that are up leveling at the moment, so it's creating like a big collective consciousness shift and everyone's feeling it, right? The other thing is like with the attacking darkness is it's pretty much like shadow work. So I'm wondering if you've done any shadow work into, you know, like I guess it's like owning darkness, or, you know, like shadow work and looking into that. Yeah, due to the work we're getting, people swearing and threatening us. Yeah, let me just see these comments. They see us at an event. Yeah, so I guess like, you know, on that sort of thing, it's like, yes, looking at shadow work to, you know, see why you are attracting this sort of thing. So, and it is twofold, right? It's an internal game and an external game. So when we can do our internal work and understand why we were attracted the attacking and blah, blah, blah. And it is, you know, and the sense that I'm getting for you, Nita, is that you are stepping up, you are up leveling. And these people, like when we grow energetically in any way, shape or form in our life, as I talk about these spider webs, and it's like we grow, right? And everybody connected to us on these webs is like, what's going on, right? And so they're like, if they're not growing and doing the work, they're going to feel the pull. And so they'll try and grasp on for whatever reason. Yeah, so energetically, I can feel like that's going on for you. We can do shadow work to look at the internal stuff and release the energetic hooks and the internal stuff that way. When you're saying, you know, like they're threatening you if they see you at an event, that steps into the physical world. Not just social media, and even if they are just attacking you on social media, that's a real serious crime So it's kind of like, you know, obviously screenshotting them, you know, keeping all the evidence, and literally, like, you know, personally, I would be going to the police in your local area and just going, this is going on, we're going to this event, we're worried about our safety because they're threatening us. Like, this is the real world, and this is like, threats are taken seriously on social media. Even, you know, like I don't know, like people, there's court cases from people jumping on a bandwagon and saying all this stuff, you know, and they're all getting fines for it because it's abuse. Do you know what I mean? So it might sound extreme, but it's like this, you know, it's like in the real world on the street, if they did that to you in person, there's like, you know, police, jail time. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no difference there. So I just felt called to share that with you. So as I said, it is an internal game, you know, like, yes, we up level and the kind of the dregs, like, you know, fall off, and we come into more vibrational alignment with people in alignment with us and not, but in that sort of space, it's kind of like let's get serious here. Like, let's look at the reality, is the fact that they're threatening and abusing you. And if it continues, you know, you can even say on those posts, like, this is like in reply to that, like, okay, this is really abusive, this is really like threatening, you know, if this continues, I'm feeling really threatened by my safety because you're threatening us. You know, I will be taking this to the police and asking them for further help because I'm feeling worried for my safety, because it's a reality. Yeah. Is there a better way to protect energy? Yes, there is. Do you do meditations regularly? Do you the best way for energy protection, as I shared on my live stream, in the integration consciousness. Yeah, Melanie, thanks. So integration consciousness, in my live stream, I shared the best form of protection is connection. Yeah. And by connection, I mean connection to our intuition, meaning like meditations, self-care, looking after yourself, getting enough sleep, like physical level, spiritual level, mental level, like all of those need to be taken care of. That's the best form of protection. It's not just kind of one thing that we do. It's like everything is the best form of protection. So I'm not sure if you meditate on a regular basis or not, but that would be the first step to start like strengthening yourself. And then I'll just put in the link for the integration consciousness as well, just if you feel called to watch it. So there's a PDF book that you can download. There's also like underneath that, download the ebook, there's the integration video. And that's where I share about, like, we go through our chakras, we step onto our purpose, we put our intuition in, and then, you know, like, our best form of protection is connection. Yeah. So they would be the things that I recommend there. So I hope that's helped you. And, or someone else just shared as well, or asked a question, I think it was Shane, you said, like, how do you protect yourself when you go into and get involved in groups and stuff? And I meant to share on that before. I think it was Shane that said something like that before. It's like, yeah, you're very welcome, Nita. So when we're going into groups and stuff, it's the same thing, right? Whether we're on an online group or we're in an in-person group or walking through the shopping center, it's exactly the same thing with whatever I just said, right? Actually, the best form of protection is connection. Connection to yourself, to your higher self, to your energy and all of that. The other thing that a lot of people overlook is notifications on our phone, on our computer, on devices. Turn your notifications off. Hey Penelope, welcome. Turn notifications off. Yeah. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to like delete apps and everything like that. Like, you can literally just go and turn the notifications off. And what that does is, you know, it like, you know, the only notifications I have on my phone is a phone call and text messages. And then I've got certain notifications that come up that I've like helping me remember my frequency, my mindset, you know, where my energy is, right? There are positive reminders. Now with the thing with notifications is that we can be doing our thing and then we'll get a notification or it's like ding, ding, ding. And even though we're not like, oh, let's check it out, subconsciously, and a part of us is like, ooh, I wonder what that was. Ooh. And so like a bit of our energy is over here and a bit of our energy, ooh, like, ooh. And so we're trying to do this thing. We're like, ooh, there's all these bits of energy over here. And like, you know what I mean? It's a ding, ding. And we're like, ooh, even though we're not fully looking at it. And then we might, just look at it. I'm like, and there's still a part of us there. People overlook that so much, right? We want to talk about protecting our energy, and we want to talk about having clear intuition, and we want to talk about that. It's like when we can turn off notifications and we just focus on this thing, a little bit of our thing isn't there, and it's staying here. And then we can go into those notifications, we can go through them all, and then we can do the next thing, right? And our energy stays clear, focused, rather than scattered all over the place, right? So when we're, and that, goes for when we're in a group, or anything really, you know what I mean? So it's like, turn off notifications. It's so overlooked, I think, but from an energy standpoint, it's super important, yeah? So I just felt called to share that as well. Hey, Tammy. All right, so I'm going to jump off this live stream. Thank you very much for watching. I know I've been on here for a while. I didn't plan to be on this long again, but that always seems to happen. And it is the final days for having me as your personal intuitive healer. That is where I come to your private residence for 6 months of the year. It is a 6-month package. Thanks, Nita. It's lovely to connect with you on here. And the 6-month personal healer package does close. Applications close tomorrow night at midnight because it is by application only. I come to your private residence. There's in-person and phone support. There's distance healings. There's spiritual upgrades. There's life purpose activations. There's all sorts of things that come in with the personal intuitive healer. And applications do close for that tomorrow night. So let me just share the link in the comments as well, because it is pretty in-depth. So you can either send me a private message to apply. Thanks, Melanie. Appreciate that. And Katrina, thanks for staying on. I know I've been on live stream for ages. So that's the link for personal intuitive healer to have me by your side for 6 months. And I appreciate you being here. If you think this live stream can help somebody, please share it with them, or share it on your page, or send it to them in a private message, tag their name in it, and I shall be back real soon. Thanks for joining me live, guys. It's been lovely to connect again. Namaste.